The number 11 is thought of as a master number in numerology, which means it resonates at an extremely high frequency. It's considered to be the link between the mortal and the immortal, and also an intuitive number with direct access to the subconscious mind. It symbolizes spiritual enlightenment and awakening, and it's a reminder that we have come into our physical existence via the spiritual realm. Because the number 1 is the beginning, or the first, and the point when something starts, it's representative of initiative, optimism, and positivity. The number 11 multiplies these attributes, and the number 1111 increases this to an even greater degree. In the tarot, the 11th card means justice, balance, and strength. It means righted wrongs. The 11th hour is a phrase meaning at the last moment, indicating change when it's least expected, or when it feels like it might not come. Our music and mathematics are all built with numbers. We have 11 major organ systems in our body. Our entire universe is built upon and composed of numbers. Because of this, numbers are how the universe communicates to itself. Even the design and construction of religious structures such as temples, churches, religious monuments, mosques, altars, and tabernacles use sacred geometry, which ascribes symbolic and sacred meanings to certain geometric shapes and certain geometric proportions. And I recently did a video about quantum healing codes and how we can use those numbers to heal almost anything in our lives once we know the correct form of communication. I'll leave a link in the description if you haven't seen that video, as I highly recommend it. And there's also a free PDF on my website with all of the available healing codes, and I encourage you to check that out as well. According to Simone Matthews, whose link I will leave in the description, the 1111 phenomena is a genetic code, a sacred light language imprinted within our DNA that potentiates our DNA expression, awakens our psychic and intuitive gifts, and helps us to remember our soul origins on a deep and profound level. She goes on to discuss how a Russian research team has set out to discover the more esoteric nature of DNA, and how they uncovered that what is considered to be our 95% junk DNA was in actual fact a highly intelligent combination of codon sequences that spoke a language. This biological language not only explained the origins of human language, but was also a text that could be altered. That is, DNA is reprogrammable, and DNA codon sequences can be interchanged and activated. When we see 1111 everywhere, we are waking up and activating or turning on our so-called junk DNA. As our DNA turns on, we free ourselves from the illusion of the physical world and awaken to the sacred field of creation and divine beauty and love of Source within us all. The unity of the divine feminine with the divine masculine. Furthermore, she states in her article, the first number 11 in 1111 represents the 2 strands of our DNA double helix spiral, and the second number 11 in 1111 represents the 11 energetic bodies or auric fields that surround every DNA helix spiral within every cell of our body. When we see 1111, we are resonating our DNA's auric field and hence activating or turning on the expression of our physical DNA. In a nutshell, 1111 is an awakening code. It's a guide to show you that you are remembering who you are and why you came here. Complete balance has been made. Your soul mission is calling you. Infinite wisdom is pouring through you. It means you are opening to the eternal nature of spirit. You are freeing yourself from the illusion of the physical world and awakening to the field of creation and deliberate manifestation. It means an upgrade in consciousness that is reflected by how you perceive yourself and your reality. Your intuition is growing. It's suggestive of major change coming for you. And it's evidence of self-attunement as the old mentality is beginning to fade away so that new ideas and beliefs can flourish, and so your true identity at the highest levels may be revealed to you. So the question becomes, how can we use this code to our advantage when it appears? You may see this number as the time being displayed. You might see it on a license plate, in a financial transaction, or in a myriad of other ways. Keep your eyes open to all of the possibilities. And when you see this number, the first step is to acknowledge the nudge that you are being given. And then intently pay attention to your next thoughts, as well as what is happening in your surroundings. Because it's an activation code and a gateway of potential, an opportunity is always being presented after seeing this number. It might be a job change or a new relationship or an increase in abundance. When you see this number, you are subtly being told, yes, you are on the right path. Keep following it. Think of what you have asked for because you are being given an answer. You may notice what feels like a suspension of time or what feels like a place in between realities. You might reflect on how you create your reality and be able to see what you can do today to move your life in the direction you choose. Listen to your gut feelings and pay close attention to how you are being intuitively guided. This is the beginning of a new path as you are aligning with the authentic nature of your true self. Again, because this number is a gateway or a portal for reflection and new manifestation to occur, push the limits of your human experience by entering higher spiritual perceptions. Take action and follow your life's purpose. That's what you're here for. And be grateful that you are being guided. As you open yourself up to these messages, you may begin to see it more and more as an indication that you're growing spiritually and aligning with your higher truth, your purpose, and your power. You may also come into the realization that you have a responsibility to share your personal talents and skills in ways that help others as a means to raise the collective consciousness. This can be both challenging and extremely fulfilling. What does the 11th day of the 11th month mean for us? This is another gateway that provides us with enormous potential. It's a portal of space and time that allows us to connect deeply with our higher intuitive selves and find divine guidance for our paths. It's an opportunity to take deliberate and conscious action with the direction of our lives and our higher calling. Take a moment of silence during this time and ask yourself what you can do this week to move your life in the direction you prefer. Meditate and reconnect with your intuition. As you do this, ask yourself which thoughts could you begin to entertain that align with this opportunity of personal power? And what actions could you take that help you fulfill your life's purpose? Following this gift of opportunity and intuition allows for amazing experiences to manifest in your life. Because 1111 indicates that a new chapter in your life is about to unfold, welcome and embrace those changes. Trust and believe that you are being divinely guided into more opportunities, greater inner power, higher vibrational states, and a reveal of the true you.